This piece is called 6,000 Plus. Yo, have you guys seen Gladiator? You know that movie with Russell Crowe? Like that epic adventure with the sword, and like he's like a story of I am Maximus Decimus Meridius. You guys see that? What you do in life echoes in eternity. You guys see that? The story of like of a general who becomes a slave who becomes a gladiator who defies an emperor. But imagine being back there, right? You're sitting in these stands, in these pews, watching slaves battle other slaves while you sit there in pews made by slaves. What would be... What I'm trying to get at, how is that any different from watching the FIFA World Cup in Qatar? Your blood-stained hands touching and twitching as you finger that TV control. Your morality so remote that even the referee points to squash because it's broke. That messy Messiah, bro. Fuck that greatest of all time goal. Shit. That messy Messiah. 1 goal, 2 goal, yellow card red. They armband arrested prematurely by the threat of Qatar divested. Interestingly, cynically, the price we put on human dignity. But I'm mad at you, player. They're just players who want to get paid to get paid. But those migrant workers sure got played. Through the media, they frame the goalposts of human dignity. And we just watch, sitting back on our armchairs. What I'm trying to say is, I didn't watch that shit. Because Maximus is right. What you do in life echoes in eternity. As Andrew said, I used to do a lot of spoken word, but I haven't done it in a long time because I got a corporate job because I was tired of being a poor artist. But I'm going to share something with you tonight. And I want you to keep it to yourselves. Don't tell anybody about this because I decided to resign. So I work at Lego. Don't ask me what I do because I don't really understand what I do. But I was going to share with you my resignation letter. The mechanizations, the mechanical natures of these modern-day plantations, moral seditions explained away with capitalistic ammunitions. My words meant as poetic incisions, though they may sound drunken inhibitions. But trust, those sight-blinded, voice-strangled, I can't walk these concrete pathways of my own dismal design, hurdling and straddling. Shit. Punching in and out and in, all the while twiddling my thumb to the tune of gigabytes and megabytes. So much so that when I look in front of the mirror, I see but a drone so easily prone to entrust his next place to his own enslavement. I am a depressed frown. I'm a depressed clown without even a frown. I'm a shadow. I'm thinner than thin. I am no longer myself. I quit because I'm a poet. I have words, the dream of sentences. I have sentences that aspire to paragraphs. I am a poet. I'm rather poor than this bullshit. So I fucking quit. Don't tell them. I'm going to resign down. I'll change my mind. Okay. Because of here's a great piece, I'm going to try and do something I wasn't going to do before that you blew us away. So I haven't done this in a long time, but we'll see if I remember it. Man, you should have seen me in 2019. Woo! 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 The Lion King 2 live action remake. Hakuna Matata! Woo! Beyonce, Glover, all my back real life superheroes going toe to toe. Hakuna Matata! So you can imagine my disappointment when they just replayed it. No updated script, just an updated graphics card. So I sat down one afternoon, I read my own version. I wrote it down, my own version of the Lion King, and it goes something like this. My name is Naniso, and I was born on the southeast side of Johannesburg. There were no monkeys present at my birth. Unless, of course, you count those doctors and nurses who attended to our pain with disdain. It was such a casual birth that my father did not even attend. Speaking of that motherfucking Mufasa. I saw him the other week. He was on the corner of 9th and 7th. He didn't recognize me, and he asked me for some change. I gave him what I had in my pocket. I guess you can call that the circle of life. Things were hard in the hood. I was raised by my mother, and she worked the graveyard shift And then she had to work at the cafe. You can say I was raised by the hood, but as soon as I could, I ran on that scholarship. I ran as fast as I could. My 4 poles on that basketball scholarship. But then my keys tore. And they rescinded my scholarship and I had to return home. And when I returned home, shit was hard. My uncle was running shit. I'm sorry, I'm putting the politics, and Pumba always says put the politics behind him, behind your politics. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm going to try. What I'm trying to say is, fuck this. Fuck Disney. They're commodified, commercialized, Nickelodeonified. Oh, shit. I'm saying if you're going to tell of Africa, tell them it's wrong, tell them it's true, tell them it's kings, tell them it's successes, but most of all, tell about its queens. I'll just do one last piece. If I remember it. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I used to teach politics, so everything I think is politics. So I can't resist this one. The Donut! Here, there, and everywhere, in a heap of junk and dump, washed ashore in mine, yours, and our hopes. Beach for 4 and hopefully no years more. As we walk these beaches of our own dismal desire, hurdling, straddling, dodging, ducking, and diving, our eyes fixed in a fearful stare. This is now our present, future, and omnipresent nightmare. Morning turns to reflection, American inspection, as you and I and we wonder how and why and why and how. On that fated election day, a dreary November Tuesday, sanity did declare and decay as we all woke up to the vile bigotry of Donald J. Trump. Oh, God. We woke up to the vile bigotry of Donald J. Trump. But now we, the 46.7, must now decree what the rest failed to see, that man and his ilk and politic have long been whipping us with whip and stick. But caution on liberal disdain, instead following and tunneling to the struggle that must now take place between, beneath, and beyond the struggle, here, there, and everywhere. Undeterred Trump, a skinny red rose of a thump, accepted justice, victory with June and finger thump. Then quickly onto his iPhone, tweeting and deleting. 4:22 a.m., here comes another foreign policy flame. Comedian salivate waiting for his next Twitter exchange. Everything about this man's political stands and smallish hands denounces hegemony denounces misogyny as a false gender hegemony. And yet, even from his concrete jets, he made him in despair wet, promising wars and jobs, preaching to the unemployed mobs at a childish reality TV character, the UI we made matter. White America. They quickly cast their ballot feces, their right-wing feces, got our hopes in pieces. Even the Ku Klux Klan said, yes, we can! Hope in the freedom to discriminate, his political mandate, racism, ism, all kinds of isms, schisms, got us locked into binary prisms, here, there, and everywhere. And now we must adjust. Be forever mindful of our trust in archaic institutional rust. This much we have discussed, disgusting, soul impaling. Thank God he doesn't have a baby with Sarah Palin. Surely it would be a minion, or please remain a horror Netflix science fiction. Dear America, y'all fucked up. Hey, listen. Don't do it again.